Hi guys, I had a couple of comments recently about my videos and not being in order. Well, all my cruising videos, I can assure you, go in order of where I've cruised, and all of my off the cut videos go in order of being filmed. Now at times one might get behind the other a little bit, because I'm trying to put out a video once a week on cruising and a video once a week on off the cut. It depends on how many off the cut videos I've recorded, and recently it depends on how hot it's been for me to want to walk around too much with the camera. So it can happen that the off the cut video may come a video before or a video after where I was at that point in time. So please look at both of them as two different series, one cruising videos and one off the cut. They might not always quite tie in with each other at the same time. I just wanted to put that out there. And yes, there's not so many videos again. Number one, I haven't been cruising as much because of the heat, and number two, the cost of diesel. I can't afford to move the boat as often as I used to. I used to like to move the boat every day. Now I'm not moving the boat every day. I'm more like every 2 or 3 days I move the boat. So bear with me while I'm trying to get around this. You know, if the price of diesel drops back down again, which I can't see it happening, I will do more cruising. But at this point in time, I have to budget. And with the last lot of diesel I bought at 186 a litre, yes, that's 186 a litre, I just can't do it. You think a year ago I was paying 60p a litre in some places. Yeah, or 68p actually. I played at Wheaton Aston last year. That's triple to that price. Just can't be done. Anyway, let's get on with the video. And this video is slightly ahead of the next cruising video, but I wanted to put out an off the cut video. So here goes. You join me today, moored up at the start of the Erewash Canal. I've just come up through the lock. I think we'll go for a little walk around. There's a boatyard over there. I think they're building a boat. It's quite noisy. Let's see if we can get away from that a bit. Oh, first thing of interest I see here, going to the CRT place. These rails, they're obviously used originally, but probably tipping straight into barges. Today it's a CRT facility block with toilets and nail sand, and the water point just there. You can see the water gushing in there. They back pump water back up from the River Trent. So here we have Trent Lock that joins onto the Erewash Canal. This was me coming through Trent Lock earlier on today. This once was an old warehouse. Now it's been converted with different uses. And the lock house tea rooms. Well, this is the River Trent, of course, with the power station in the distance. There are moorings along here, but not very many. Just around the corner they go to private moorings. That noise is not a bumblebee in front of the camera or in the microphone of the camera. There's a little boat going down the river with a very noisy outboard on it. And just down there is the entrance to the Saw navigation. The visitor here besides looking at the loch and the lovely River Trent, there's not that much to see except for two pubs here. One is the Trent Lock, which we're going to walk to first, and the other is the Steamboat, which is a little quirky. I'll come back to that one later in the video. But don't go away. I think there's things in that you'll really like to see and find rather interesting. Well, I did anyway. On the river here, right outside the Trent Lock pub, there are floating moorings. I think you can get 4, perhaps 6 boats on there, depending on their size. Very useful for the person wishing to quench their thirst. They're 3-day moorings, so you can actually stay there and quench lots of thirsts. And here is the entrance to the Trent Lock pub from the river. I did see some food coming out from here, which I must say looked very nice. I did take a quick look at the menu. It's a little out of my price range. If you don't mind spending that little bit of extra, I would imagine you would enjoy it. Personally, I very rarely eat out. I can't afford to even eat out at a fish and chip shop. This is a walnut tree here, and I'm pretty sure I spotted a couple more walnut trees around by the lock. Bet they don't last long with all the squirrels around here. Well, now we're going to take a walk back over the canal and to the Steamboat. The Steamboat has some very interesting items in there. It's actually basically an antique shop as well as a pub. Most of the items in the pub, I believe, are for sale. So here we have it then, the Steamboat. I can let you know that Simon, who owns the place and runs it and is a good lady, will make you very, very welcome. You bump into other vloggers sometimes. I say
occasionally. You're right, Trev.
Yeah. So here we go into the pub. Let's look at some rather unusual items to find in a pub. I've had to remove all background sound because there was music playing. I don't want to get a copyright strike. This is a Sinclair C5 electric vehicle from the mid-1980s. Some various figurines and pictures. Look at this one. It's a little bit different, doesn't it? And how about this for a motorbike? Yeah, I don't think I want to ride it. And here's the piece de la resistance, a Dalek. And apparently you can actually sit inside it. I didn't try. And how about an old rally chopper? Well, my brother had one of these. Being a bit of a Hoovian back in my time, I must admit I do like this Dalek. With its one eye and its guns. I did tell you it was a bit different. As we finish off looking around, I'm going to wind up this video. Say thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all my supporters, however you support the channel. That just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.